face with some of their incredibly talented young players, such as Gafolo and Matthias.
Yeah, I've definitely been really impressed with SWS. Throughout this entire qualifier, they've just been a really solid team. I mean, I've been impressed with all of these teams. Honestly, I think all 4 teams that we've seen in this close qualifier have given really, really solid performances. But at the end of the day, only 2 can go through, and the Sharks have already made it to the final event. So now it's between these 2. And this pistol round, it's going to be the start of the end for this best of 3. Whoever wins this is going to pick up the momentum heading into this final map.
Yeah, big thing here for SWS is they have a big flank coming in already. 2 players will be outside long doors as David makes his way up towards the A side. I think he spots out both these players behind this smoke. They do have a defuse kit available, of course. They have a grenade on Riccioli as well. Rax going to try and peek past this position. The other frag gets one back. Matt gets one as well. But David does good work to recover another. But all the frags are coming in, and the grenade actually is the thing in the end to clear out everyone. On the Paquetá side, CT side pistol, important to get themselves up and running. With no bomb plant, you'd expect a full save hit from Paquetá.
Yeah, that was a great hold from the side of SWS. It is a little crazy that they get so far all the way to the site before it swings so in favor of SWS. Normally you see holds kind of, finding the most of the kills on the way towards the site, usually towards long or something like that. Also, that fast boost towards Cat, sending not one, but 2 players. And also, they used the more recent boost that people have been using where the player doesn't have to crouch. It's a lot faster. They don't have to jump up. And that actually nets a lot of map control already for SWS. It's almost over. Kills coming through. 3 for Gafolo, 1 for Riccioli, and now Nithon all alone, stranded top mid. And Gafolo should be able to close this one out if he's looking the right way, which he's not. And Nithon delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, and that is important for Gafolo. Sure, he does go down, but 3 kills is enough on the anti-eco to get yourself, I believe that's $1,800, I believe, in total, before the round win bonus, of course. So that means he can easily get the AWP straight away into the first buy round of this final map decider. And with the amount of stuff we've seen him do on the AWP in the past and in the previous map alone, it's the best start possible for them.
This is definitely a good start. Also, a nice op down mid. It will be traded out by Nithon. He does find that opper, peeking back for more, and Gotex is gone as well as Gafolo. A 4 versus 4 into this 3rd round. This is the first time we've seen somewhat of a buy. They are going to use the nade to launch that op over to Riccioli, make sure they don't have to peek mid. That is a very smart play, and now that it is all of the ops recovered, Nithon is the only opper still alive, but Riccioli with the op, going to see what he can do with the big green.
Yeah, he will swap that over, of course, from Gafolo. There's no point just leaving it in spawn. Way to go for at least one back. And now Rikes, he gets caught on the angle by IDK. That means they have a free passage up toward long. Matthias has no choice but goes toward the duel, towards short, and he will lose it to Destiny. MP9 versus AK. It tends to work out that way. So Paquetá will get themselves off the mark here. They will be able to save SWS, this AWP, and FAMAS. You can probably afford to hunt on one of these players on the T side, but any more than that would be a little bit of overkill.
Yeah, that's definitely not a hunt you really want to go for. If you're Paquetá, I mean, their money is just so in the dumps. There's no point to it. They are just going to actually... Well, they send 1 player. It's not really a hunt. David is just seeing if he can catch one off guard, but he's doing most of it just with walking, so probably won't even make it towards the B site before this bomb explodes, meaning Paquetá, they are going to find their first with 4 players alive, and SWS, they are going to save the op and the FAMAS, most likely, unless David does something insane. But Paquetá not letting SWS get 3 in a row is very, very important to help them get some momentum into this first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's most important thing, as you say, to get that first buy round successful for the T side. Losing to a bonus buy on SWS can always be so dangerous. And of course, Gafolo able to afford the AWP, so it was a very strong bonus buy. But in the end, the main factor was that MP9 being stuck on A site, being able to take the duel toward long, so he picks the short duel. But it's against another AK, so it's pretty difficult indeed. Gafolo down middle looking for that duel. I think he might have spotted one leg on the cross, but he unscopes just at the wrong time. And Nithon is still here, trying to face off against him. He'll jump around the angle just before that smoke dissipates. Yeah,
we are going to see that pixel smoke for mid. Che, he's going to have it plume right in his face, so has to reposition at least a little bit. And Destiny is going to go for the jump up, but Che is good for the kill. I think that was through the smoke, finds Destiny trying to get up towards Xbox, and that is the opener for the side of SWS. Immediately, Che repositions all the way to the B site, not wanting to get punished, and that is exactly how you want to play that. Just get one kill, reposition, not allow for any trades. And now Paquetá, they are trying to regroup, taking control of Cap, but there is no opposition there, at least not yet. We do have Riccioli back on the site, but he's a little bit back, so no fights coming out, at least not yet.
About 55 seconds to go, so Paquetá have plenty of time to decide what they want to do. They're going to already go straight toward middle. In come the smokes towards CT. They'll have a full clear passage to make their way toward B. A split coming in as well. There was one player in toward the tunnels, so that could be very easy if they manage to take down the first of these two B players. And look at that, the Fatmas is going to get caught out. But Matias is next to the smoke. He can make something happen. Gets one, but he needs two to make this one possible. He'll fall back and retain a 4 versus 3, but he's getting pinched from lower tunnel. I think he knows it too. Nython here. This is the duel that could win out this round. Are they aware he's in that position? Now he will, but no, that's a nice swing from Matias. Gagartex is looking in the middle, gets one, gets two. That could be big. Looking for a third. Gafolo trades it though, and after all that, the bomb is planted with IDK left in a 1 versus 2.
As long as these players play together, they should be able to win this, but a little too aggressive from Matias means that IDK is going to find the first 1v1. Low on health, has to hit the head of Gafolo before any damage comes his way, though, and Gafolo will take a lot of damage, but will also take the kill. SWS find the third round just by a hair.
Very, very close indeed. That was a nice attempt by DK. And of course, winning around with one player alive is rough for that CT economy. Look, they've got 3.6, 3.5 on top of their players. Gagartex did his best. That was his first 2 frags of the game. In the end, Gafolo is the hero once again, this time on a rifle, not the AWP. It shows that he is a man of all weapons. And IDK will, unfortunately, just leave about 12 HP on the table to bring that one through. But it means SWS do have a 3-1 lead now. But you would favour Paquetá in some of these upcoming rounds, considering they have more utility and they have better weaponry as well.
Yeah, they definitely, have the economy, at least in this one. But SWS, if they are able to get another one on the board after this, especially with a decent amount of players alive, they will start to build up a pretty solid bank. So that's definitely what they are hoping for in this one. But Paquetá finding mid very, very open. They can't cross over just yet. It is being held by Riccioli, but those smokes will grant them safe passage into mid, and they are looking to maybe split this B site, and that's going to be an opener from Nython. Now just trying to find Che on site. Che is stuck behind this box. Caught hiding. Gagartex is going to trade one back, though, and Che is taken down. Sorry, Gagartex doesn't even trade one back. He just finds another. No trades have happened. It's just kills all going the way of Paquetá, as the last 2 players, Reeks and Gafolo, are forced to run away.
And that's what can happen when you don't have that AWP, you don't have as much utility. Paquetá just pounce on toward B. They know if they can get even trades, it'll be very, very difficult for the CTs to retake. So they didn't even get even trades. They got a clean site take absolutely perfectly. Che was the only one defending in the end, but he got his head ripped off by Gagartex. So it's unfortunate for them, but that's really what that was to be expected, wasn't it? I mean, it's almost a bad thing winning that previous round with 1 player alive, really for the future. Obviously, you'd prefer to win rounds than lose them, but it just does not set you in a good stead for the future. The fellow trying his best to try and save this orc toward Loin, gets one more kill, should be able to fall back around the angle and be safe. There's only 2 bullets left in the clip, so it was important for him to fall back completely. And they will save the 2 guns. So that is at least something to work with in the next. They're basically full eco, but they are double eco, so maybe they will force around them.
Yeah, they do have the saved over gun, so that could change things. They are going to juggle around the SMG a little bit, and there it is. As you were right, they are going to force into that, as you said, I believe is actually how English works. That's the correct phrase. But Paquetá Gaming now starting to build up that economy. The fact they lose a few players there, I think they lose Gagartex on that hunt. Means that they do have to force down a little bit. I believe Destiny dropped over an AK to him, but this should still be an easy round for them as long as they could find the kill onto the player in car. David will finally close it out, but Che, quick flick onto Nython, will tag him down to 11, and this should be a plant coming through in just a little bit. IDK is in a good position to find this player on Cat. Almost not looking the wrong way, but Reeks doesn't notice, and oh my god, 1, 2, 3, all in a few seconds. IDK cleans up the round, and Paquetá, they find a third.
Oh, that was so beautiful. I mean, so often you see a player toward lower tunnel, go for a lurk play to catch players on the rotation, but that place to hide for IDK was absolutely beautiful. And look at that. The lineup for the first two was glorious. And the second two were bang on. A 4K for IDK. It really sets Paquetá in good stead. That means Paquetá, or SWS, sorry, will be on a full eco. So that was absolutely beautiful to watch. The trigger discipline, hearing the footsteps, knew what he had to do. It was absolutely bang on. And now Gafolo has got a Zeus. He seems to love that Zeus. It seems like he purchases it every time he has a chance, but it's kind of feels like it's $200 going wasted every time he does.
Yeah, just a little bit. Che is actually good for one there. Punishes a player getting a little bit aggressive in the tunnels, but after that, nothing else, as Destiny is going to be hunting for Mattios, and we're seeing a reverse of the previous play. 3 players crossed. It is going to be a CT player this time, and 2 of them are around long, so no, right? No, right? There's no way. There is a player on long, so this should be impossible. IDK will be able to swing out, and he's even looking the right way right now. So he is aware that, hey, somehow, some way, this guy got up cat, and there it is. Just 2 bullets shot, only 1 needed. Paquetá do find their 4th. A little scary for Mattios, but he is able to close it.
That is very amusing indeed. I mean, I think when you look back at that sort of situation, if you have a defuse kit, it's worth doing that. Like, genuinely worth doing that, even if there is a player too long, he'll just tap you in 1 bullet. But if you don't, I would say in that situation, take 1 kill, take 1 gun out of Paquetá's hands. I mean, the economy is really strong anyway, but they all count, you know, as we go ahead in this game. So, yeah, that's a tough decision to make in that one. I would most certainly go for a kill. Maybe try and grab a gun and then go for the kill. I think there was 1 gun in middle. I'm not entirely sure, but you can understand the thought process. If it's a full gun round with a smoke and a kit, then that's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, that's a situation that you're probably not going to see again this game.
Yeah, I mean, you say that, but we did see it twice in 2 rounds. Someone just kind of holding in mid and someone else getting past them. But in mid now is going to be duel instead. Che is good for 1 before he's taken down by Destiny, but Mattios is finally back on 1, 2, and 3. Had a quiet second map, but going into this 3rd one, roaring with the 3K on the B site. Destiny will find another. That's 2 kills out of the 5 that Destiny would need to get this round in favor of Paquetá. SWS are looking to make this a round for them.
Yeah, everyone evenly fragging on Paquetá right now. That shows they're all turning up and at the right time. And this 1 versus 3, and it is possible, but the bomb is dropped in the open. He spots the first, but he's not going to expect Riccioli on top of the barrel next to the B doors. So that is a very nice, clean round from SWS. Sure, they lose 2 players, but 3 is the majority, so they can drop to their teammates and hopefully clear this one up comfortably. Riccioli on the site, as we can see, with Mattios to get the work done. All 3 kills. Very, very nice from him. And as you say, it was a little bit quiet on Vertigo. At one point, he was 0-10, I believe. So it was really important for him to get a good start in this game. And he has. And he is currently top fragging alongside Gafolo.
Yeah, definitely a very... a much better performance and a very important performance for this 3rd map. They definitely need one of their star players to perform at the top of their game if they're going to take map 3 against a team as strong as Paquetá. But we do see an even trade to start out this round. Reeks and Destiny are out of this one so far. And this is an interesting aggression from both Mattios and Che. Che did back off, but Mattios was looking the right way. Nython just turns to catch that player off, and now Che has to find a crazy hold here. Does find the first, and Nython is forced back.
It seems like SWS were sort of in 2 minds there, because they had 2 players coming through low looking to try and flank them. Then they realised, oh, hang on a second, they already could make their way out mid and back toward the B site. So they left they didn't group up together. And it's all down to Riccioli trying to enter toward the site. He looks for something before that bomb finally gets planted, but he won't be able to do it. Gagatex deals with him. And Gafolo will surely have to save on 39 HP. And yeah, you could understand their thought process there. You could just see it going through their minds when they had 2 players flanking in quickly. And they realised, okay, we can hear the sound right now. They're actually going toward B. Maybe we should put 1 player back toward the side. In the end, the AWP of Nython is looking in the right direction, as you say, to just about nip that frag away. And it's a crucial one because it splits SWS up. Che can only go 1 for 1. And it means that Paquetá will retake the lead.
Yeah, a very, very well won round from them. A little bit hectic, especially at the start with the trades kind of going back and forth. But Gafolo is in a dangerous position. There is going to be 1 player coming around the corner, that being Kagatex. If Gafolo can find this kill, that should be a safe way to hold on to that AK, but too much trigger discipline, waiting to see if any other players come around the corner, and Kagatex will turn around, clear the angle, and find the kill. That is definitely going to tilt Gafolo at least a little bit. I know I would be tilted there. It was a smart play to hold on to the trigger discipline in case there was anyone else hunting with them, but comes back to bite him in the ass. So Paquetá now on 5 to SWS Gaming's 4, and this is pretty much a full save from the side of SWS.
Yeah, that's a big round. Of course, not having the AK in the Nexus really makes them, basically have no threat at all. And this round, Paquetá should reach 6 pretty comfortably. Nathan is scoping down Riddle right now, looking to try and take down these players on eco. The Artex is holding it. You can say advanced pulse short, gets the first, Destiny gets the second, and this should be a clean-up. So I mentioned how, that trigger discipline, we've seen multiple instances of trigger discipline so far in this game. And they've all been very unique in their execution and their success. But that one was, in the end, a little bit unfortunate, because I would say, if you get that one kill, that one tap from range, you wait for the players. You used to be, sat in a position where it's the easiest frag possible, rather than just jumping around clearing angles. If you have that gun in this round, you can possibly make a play with it. You can stack 4 pistols on a site, put the AK solo, and see what happens. But in the end, they had nothing to work with. That means Paquetá are up to 6, and they are building up their economy very nicely themselves as well. SWS have been struggling a little bit in general in this half. They're doing well to stay in touch at only 2 rounds behind. Now some long control that will try and come in, perhaps, for Paquetá.
I'm a little bit surprised SWS back off there. I think they, mainly didn't want to go for the long control in the first place just because of their utility, but that means that Paquetá are able to get David out quite far around the corner, and he finds that opener onto Reeks. He does get flashed in, but the flash doesn't blind David, so a good kill from him. They are going to trade over that op to David as he is on only 20 health. The flash into pit. Destiny is going to find Manios as well, but they are very aware that David is there, and Gafolo will find the head through the floor for that headshot, and that will take the op out of the round. 2 players alive for Paquetá against SWS Gaming's 3. They definitely don't have the man advantage, but they are going to reposition, maybe heading towards B, where only 1 player resides.
Yeah, and it's Che on the AWP as well, the secondary, of course. He's been doing some great work so far in this series, but now he's going to be under pressure. If you decide to split this site, it's a tough situation to find yourself in. You need to reposition. This is probably the best place you can reposition yourself. I think he's hopefully expecting both players to be coming from the window or the doors, and he'd be right to guess it. Gets the first, drops the bomb. Now it's all down to Kugartex, and that is perfect stuff from Che. You love to see it. It gives SWS a 5th, and that control toward long was really very nicely done indeed. I mean, when we're going to see it right now, Gafolo's shot toward pit. David was low HP. Just grab it on the angle, and Che got a frag in the meantime as well to add another 2 to his round. So finishes the round with 4. Beautiful stuff from him. And yeah, we saw at the beginning of that play as well that David just sort of chucked his AK at the feet of Nython, saying, "Give me the AWP. You know it's the right thing to do." And in the end, unfortunately, it didn't work out for them. But no matter. Both teams are going to be on a full buy. This is a very close half, and that's a peek and a half from Che. He takes a tag through the door, but he's the one to hit the headshot. Nython gone.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of a missed crosshair placement coming through from Nython. Shoots the legs instead of the head. Was expecting the peak to come through a little bit lower and cost Nython the kill and their life. That is a trade coming through from IDK. Takes down Reeks, and now it is a 4 versus 4 across the board. So equalized, but it's all down to who wins this, and it is going to be Kugartex finding a kill with the op as well. So now Paquetá Gaming are looking at a man advantage and looking towards the A site. Only 1 player here, that being Riccioli. So if they do decide to pounce towards this A site, it should be an easy take, unless Riccioli can do something absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they try and retake middle as well, but again, they've got that player just lurking in low tunnel, right? That's just always that spot. It's a possibility, whether you hear it or not, and you always try and clear that out as a CT when you go for a retake, but in the end, it was too hard to do that. David gets the frag. Up to double digits now for him, and Paquetá are going to retake their 7-round lead, or their 2-round lead, sorry, 7-5. So it's already got 2 players on SWS with double digits. That is Gafolo and Che, but Rux is hanging a little bit behind right now at 1-9. So it's important for him to get started if SWS wants to keep this one clean. They're looking to try and save this AWP. A nice shot from Che, but David will clean it out. And that is the round done, and no guns saved over.
Yeah, just they were in the perfect spot to trade that out. They got to B tunnels so fast. Also, yeah, that pick is crazy from Che. It's sad that it did not actually translate into a round for the side of SWS, but it really was a battle of ops in that round. The ops found all of the openers and really were what kind of opened up these different sites. So you love to see when the big greens go head to head. I know It is a little bit of a cliche to say that as a caster now, but it is one of my favorite things to call him. It always amuses me. And speaking of the op, Python is going to find the opener with his Destiny, and David also going to clean up long. Che does trade back one, but one too little and too late, as David will find that kill from long, and Paquetá, they find an 8th.
Yeah, and what do you do now if you're SWS? I mean, you have this buy available with 2 rounds left in the half. Do you decide to go for some aggression? Do you decide to, put a player toward B tunnels like we saw earlier? That 2-man aggression that didn't in the end work out because they got timed a little bit with Nithon, of course, looking toward lower tunnel. Are you interested in doing that? Are you interested in keeping hold of long? Are you interested in giving it up once again? I feel like maybe a little bit of aggression could work out here because they have a utility to do it. The counter flashes are available, but Gafolo on the AWP, of course, doesn't have any to work with. So he has to fall back straight away, and they will not be able to keep hold of long. It is already in Paquetá hands.
Yeah, this is a good take from Paquetá. When you have no utility, there's really nothing you can do to lock down A long, especially at this level. I mean, if you pug at my level, all you got to do is just win the first fight, and then everyone else will body block each other in the A doors. But sadly, for the side of SWS, Paquetá are not a random silver game in NA. They are a very, very strong South American team. So they're definitely going to take with a very, very strong method. And now they are going to start to creep up A long as well. They do have some smokes for the cross when they do get to that point, but Gafolo is here to punish if there is a gap. And as the smokes come through, Gafolo is going to reposition. He realizes there's no chance in the world that he's going to see anything like that. And David's actually getting boosted up. He might be able to find something here, and he is going to find damage. He finds the kill onto Gafolo. Almost going to be a kill for Gafolo as he does swipe over to the smoke, but couldn't quite spot out that player and wasn't there to save his own life.
Che towards CT as well. He's sort of stuck in that cubby right now. It is a 4 versus 4. They can afford to go for this retake, but with Riccioli taking down, I'm not sure you think about it anymore. Rax is looking for one frag at 1 and 10. He needs something for a bit of confidence. That's what he's looking for. But a FAMAS against an AK in that situation is just not going to work out. Take down to 41. The call to save has to come in soon here. If you don't decide to go for it, Destiny gets taken 1, and now it's only down to Che on the org, and they know where he is. And that is, I think, really, for me, sticking around way, way, way too long. You have to save 3 guns into the next round to have a decent buy. And they might not even save 1 because Che is getting hunted by IDK. Che will get the first, but he's going to be under pressure in the final few seconds of the round. Can he keep it? It'll be critical. It'll be the only gun they have.
Yeah, that is... I don't know why they stick around for so long, especially when they lose that second player, when they have only 2 players alive. I think you just completely back off, completely give away that round. I understand they want to hurt the economy, but God, their economy is so good that if you take a gun away, one of their players on 9K will just drop another, and then the risk to reward it isn't worth it because you're risking making the next round impossible for you to win, and the reward is making a round maybe easier to win 3 rounds in the future if you're able to win the next few. It just, as you said, doesn't really make a lot of sense, but oh well, that is that round, and this one is this, because SWS did force into this round. They do have that saved over AUG on Che as well as an M4 on Riccioli. The rest of the buy is a little bit more sparse, though, as Reeks is chilling with the SMG. Gafolo on that scout. Matios, he's got the trusty old Deagle. If there's anyone he want using that Deagle, it is going to be Matios, but Riccioli is already out of this round. Nithon finds the opener.
Yeah, it's an important opener as well because that's one of the main sources of threat for SWS that's out of the round already. So it's a real nice opening pick. It's sort of pots and pans really around the rest of these players. It's a scout, as you say. The org saved over. It's be interesting to see how many rights he gets toward long. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. He's been so quiet in this game so far, but that could be his biggest bit of action so far for him. That is just absolutely fantastic. It makes it a 2 versus 4, and when you're having a rough game, you can get impact frags. That's all that matters. David answers back for 1, but there's Matias to Deagle spam him down, and now it's Nithon in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, if there's anything to boost the confidence from only having 1 kill in round 15, it is getting a 3K to completely win a round that was a force buy that you had pretty much no chance winning. That is definitely going to revitalize not only Reeks, but the team as well. Gafolo will find the last, and that is the half. SWS barely, but beautifully finding a 6th round right there at the end.
Yeah, and that MP9 clear up is just so nice. I mean, I think The biggest factor about that one is that, again, confidence. You finally get that one kill. You had that one kill for so long, sorry, and then you finally get the 3 kills on the MP9. On the MP9 as well. It's not like it's an M4 hold. Yeah, that is just so important for him and for in general. But having a little bit of a cam outage at the moment, I believe. But
I'm back.
I think you're still here. Yeah, we're here. We're here.
I'm here.
Okay, good. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, please. But yeah, that's a factor of just pure aim at the end with that MP9. I'm really impressed that you managed to pull that through, and it could be a really big round as we head into the second half.
Yeah, that's I mean, I do think more than the round win, it is a mentality win. The fact that they do find that, the fact that the player that is underperforming is the one that finds that play, I think that is going to give SWS the mentality they need going into the second half. You know, that said, I always have a little caveat whenever I say a team's doing good. Paquetá, they are just, you know, on paper, the better team. They are the team that took Dust2 last time we saw these two teams go, you know, head to head. So far, this best of 3, the scores are different, but it is the same teams winning the same maps from the last time we saw them. Sometimes it's more convincing, like on Nuke. Sometimes it's less convincing, like on Vertigo, but it is still going the exact same way. So if the script continues to go this way, Dust2 should be going in favor of Paquetá. That said, it seems like overall SWS are the team that improved the most. And considering Dust2 was a 16-14 last time, it may be very different this time.
Yeah, I mean, they improved the most in this series on Vertigo. That was the map that has been the 16-14. So, you know, I would say if they want to improve their Dust2, the only way they can improve it is to win it. So, yeah, that's, I have to say, I'm still thinking about the MP9 frags. It's just what a time to do it, you know? I mean, he goes 1 for 1, they lose the round. If he gets 3, they have a chance to win, and he got 3. So it's literally 50-50, and he got the right side of the 50 in that occasion. But yeah, we're not going to be too long away from starting the second pistol round. Of course, it will be the final half that we get to cast in this South America DreamHack Open September qualifier. So we've had some great fun watching some great players, some new players now that we'll probably recognize and remember forever, because obviously this is our first time you know, casting this sort of region of Counter-Strike in the last week or so. So it's we found some stars, we found some people to watch for the future, and certainly it's been incredibly fun.
Yeah, it's no matter how this last map goes, I think that this best of 3 in this entire tournament has been an absolute blast to cast over and a blast to watch. And I'm sure we're both, you know, just quite similar in our feelings, at least at that part. I also wanted to highlight in the last best of 3 on Dust2, as we are going to go into the second half of this one, played a very similar story. It was a 9-6 half in favor of Paquetá, and then SWS found an unanswered 6 rounds in a row going into the second half. So SWS, last time we saw them on Dust2, CT was their stronger side. So the question is, can they, you know, really bring it back on their T side? We see the same score as the first half last time they played Dust2, but it's on switched sides. So how is that going to play into it?
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Already 2 headshots toward the Paquetá Gaming player, so that is not the start you'd want. And another frag from Manchester on the P250, tapping away at long range. IDK will respond though. And that's a critical response considering, as I mentioned, we've got 2 teammates on below 20 HP. So some of the grenades from the SWS Gaming side. They do have a smoke still available, and then they can possibly try and clear out Destiny on the A ramp. He can play the headshot angle, but Rikes will deal with him. Now it's all down to IDK. Gets 1, gets 2. That drops the bomb as well. And he knows where Rikes is. He's locked toward that Gandalf position. He's got 1 more player to worry about in Riccioli. He doesn't even know where he's coming from as of yet. But this is now so durable. On for the ace. And the time now is getting lower. They're going to try and play the angles, try and play the fakes, because Riccioli's creeping up, and he picks the angle perfectly. So that's a nice pistol for SWS. Keeps them in touch.
That was scary. IDK had all 3 kills in that round. Would have been on for the ace to find that, but those 2 kills towards the ace site were absolutely beautiful. 1 bullet per player, and sadly isn't able to find the rest, as Riccioli is just fast on that swing around the corner. But SWS, yeah, as you said, they do take that pistol, and that means they're going to have the better economy going into the second round. We do see a force buy up from the side of Paquetá. They do want to try and win this round right here and stop a round lead from SWS coming to fruition, but once again, it is getting eerily similar to the first one we saw, the first map we saw, but that's not like the script. That is Destiny finding an insane kill. He takes a little bit of damage as he actually doesn't take any damage. He gives a little bit of damage to Gafolo as he backs off from Cat.
That was such a beautiful shot from Destiny, though. I mean, that's the longest range possible you can play in that position. And he still manages to get the headshot. And IDK's got one as well, taking down Rykes, who was tagged, of course, by one of these scouts of David. And, of course, 2 scouts to face. That's a good entry, though, from Gafolo toward long. That means he's a little bit giving his team a chance to get back into this round, but Nighthorn doing more damage on the scout. Can he get around the corner? He's got 2 teammates to help out, but that's a nice spray from Che. It means that now, with Nighthorn on 30 HP, SWS can advance toward long, but they don't have a second smoke, I don't think. Ricky only has it. They can finally throw it in, so they're going to wait for it. But there's still a huge gap in it. They rush it too quickly, and it's not going to work out. The splash is good. It means they can cross, but IDK is here with the recovered Mac 10. And I think Ricky only knows, but it's 30 HP. Can he deal with him? It's Kagartex to find him in the end. Now it's all down to Che in a 1 versus 3. Players low. First swing comes in from IDK, but the dink comes through, which means Nighthorn can finish it off. And that is a huge way for Paquetá to reach double digits.
The script is broken. SWS are not going to find a 6 unanswered rounds in a row second half. Not like the first time we saw them on Dust2. Instead, it is going to be Paquetá answering back with a very, very well played round. It got a little bit scary there, but they are able to close it out in the end and find a 10th. And that means that the economy for SWS is not in a great position. In fact, I'm a little bit surprised they force into this one. They get Kevlar on everyone except Matios, and then upgraded pistols across the board. So
yeah,
if they lose this round, which is most likely just looking at the bye, it means that Paquetá, after finding 11th, are also going to have an amazing chance at a 12th. So I don't know if I fully agree with the bye that just came through, but maybe they'll make me eat my words like has happened many times before in this bracket.
They are going to go in toward B, though, and if there's one thing that will work, it is up the play toward B. David gets one, and there is only a Mac 10 to defend toward Car, but David does great work to get another, and the Mac 10 is still unaccounted for. Mac 10 on CT works beautifully for Kagartex. He doesn't have to reinvest into the next round. He can swap to the AUG, and that is real good for Paquetá's economy. That was a nice play, of course, a nice attempt, but again, the Mac 10, not often you see it saved over. Often it's usually dropped by a CT, but it will be saved over to help that economy, and he gets an extra $1,200 for keeping that one, of course, as well, with the free AUG upgrade. So that's a big round. Of course, SWS forced into that force buy battle, but now that's over, and we get to see the Glocks again, and that Zeus again.
We see the boost coming through again. I love this top mid boost. I still don't know if it's going to catch anyone. Actually, as I say that, we do see 2 players actually heading up through mid. Destiny is going to be the first one around the corner, and the question is, will it net him a kill? He is going to take a decent amount of damage done, but Reeks will finish off that kill, and now it's up to Kagartex in mid. He does find another player, and a lot of damage onto Reeks as they back off, but they will kill him as well. This is a lot of damage being done, and Che jumping in circles, just playing Matrix with Nighthorn, dodging all the bullets, but will finally fall in the end. In Paquetá, they do find a 12.
Yeah, I mean, on a full Glock round, to get 2 kills is probably the best you could ever hope for. So that's not too bad from SWS, but now this is where the business end of the game and the entire best of 3 and the entire closed qualifier really comes through, because Paquetá will have their buy. It's a full strength purchase. SWS have their first buy of the T side in a gun round. They need some openers. They need some frags. Che's been a king so far in this series, but he's out toward long looking for a duel. For now, won't find it. They want to try and split A, though, because they've already made their way up short really quickly.
Yeah, this is an interesting round right now. The read is here for the side of Paquetá, but more importantly, Nighthorn is going to find 1, 2, 3 on Cat. Third one, blind through the smoke. Matios is trying to trade anything back, but as David has found the kill on Che, it really is all on Matios. He does find the first with some quick bullets, but Destiny will close it out. I was a little worried for Paquetá there, considering they were all on long and the take was coming through from Cat, but Nighthorn is more than ready to shut down the entire take there. A beautiful, beautiful hold from him and Paquetá. They find a 13th.
Yeah, the third frag was the nicest one there for sure, and just the way it seems to be. I mean, we saw the spray come in from Matias to try and trade it. It was an absolutely wild spray that only, it connected some damage, and he has 2 bullets left, or 5 or so bullets left. He goes for the taps, and he hits the immediate headshot. That's the way Counter-Strike goes sometimes, and it's the way, at the moment, it seems to be going for SWS, because they are not finding any consistency at all, and Paquetá the ones trying to pull away here. This is how we thought this game would go. SWS have made it a lot closer than perhaps we expected, but at the moment, We are just 3 rounds away from making it through to the main event. It's a bit of a half by for SWS, but it's not very strong at all.
And that's also a good start from Nithon. It is only against pistols, so a little bit of overkill to hit him with an entire sniper shot, but definitely gets the job done. Gafolo gonna dance in mid, trying to delay these players towards the mid site so that their teammates can take A, and that's a great shot from Che, gonna make this bomb plant possible at least. The question is, can they win the after plant? Gafolo is gonna fall, so that is the trouble in mid taken care of. Now it's 3 players on the A side that Paquetá need to find.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy. I mean, the smoke is good. It might mean the T's can play around it and maybe catch a player off, but IDK, that's a beautiful pick. David helps out for the second. Now it's all down to Matios. Gets 1, but it's only 1. David with 2 trades. 2 more on the round for him. He's the first player on his team to reach 20 kills. And that is actually the way it should be, I feel like, for Paquetá, because he has been the main source of Paquetá's insane form and insane fragging ability. It's just 2 away now. SWS are going to have 1 buy left to prevent Paquetá from getting on toward match point. The pistols are cleaned up. They have just a couple more hurdles to find.
This is... It's been scary for SWS. They will have a full buy. Finally, it seems like they haven't had one in a while. At least it feels that way, but they have made a few of these rounds close with only some scouts and some pistols, so maybe when they have these full rifles, they can get something finally in their favor. They are going to get some control of mid, dropping those mid to B smokes, and Nithon almost finds Riccioli through the smoke, but is forced to back off, and Riccioli will finish off that kill. Can he get away, though? Takes so much damage, but Gafolo is there to protect him on the exit. Destiny will finally trade one back for Paquetá towards long, but the B site is completely taken already, and IDK is not ready for it at all. He's going to be caught with his pants down in mid. Matios will get even more aggressive in mid. Will he be ready? He is more than ready for Gagatex through that smoke.
Now it's all down to Destiny, and you'd imagine that he'll just be looking for some exits toward T-spawn. So SWS, I mean, we saw a little bit of their first few buy rounds in this half have been a bit spread out. I mean, we saw that one from where Nithon got multiple frags on the AWP toward the car position. That was quite spread out, but this one was a lot more well thought out for SWS. I mean, the picks were important. It opened up particular spaces on the map, and as soon as Matios had control of B, pushing toward window, catching that player out in the middle, as you mentioned, that was enough to deal with this round. So they reach 8. The gap is still a real way to come up, but they do actually find it. Okay, so I was looking at the scores on the doors there, but that is a real good find to take down everyone on Paquetá. So no saved guns. There is 1 more full buy available, but it's still probably the best situation for SWS. They do win the round. They win it comfortably, and if they can keep Paquetá's economy honest by winning 1 more round, they're by no means out of this game.
Yeah, definitely, I mean, the best position they've been in the entire half. They win this one, they're looking at a 9th and a 10th, but also if they lose this one, their economy is still in a little bit of a weak position. They could buy into the next, but Che, he wants to win this one. He wants to find this 9th for his team, and he is going to open it with a kill onto IDK. Now he's looking for more as some players do take a long. Destiny is going to fall to Reeks, and that is control of A falling apart for the side of Paquetá. That is a good trade from Nithon, and Gatex is good to hold long. A nade will land at his feet, but still not dead. The molly should force him out of the angle, but then he goes forward for the pick, takes down Gafolo, and then falls back. 2 health left for him, and he is holding the line here. Now a flash comes through. They retake A long control, and these last 2 players from SWS are forced to rotate.
Yeah, little did SWS know that they were walking into the 2 AWPs on Paquetá. Easy frags for Nithon and Kagatex. I mean, the second for Kagatex was absolutely superb, playing aggressively on the low HP, takes a tag to the Molotov and the nade. The Molotov takes him from like 30 HP to 2 HP, so he just about stays alive. But, of course, thanks to all that, the B site is open. Matios will get it planted with about 40 seconds on the clock. There is a flank coming in from tunnels. In fact, there'll be 2 players coming in from tunnels. So let's see if Paquetá can retake this. This is a huge round to possibly swing this game. Either it will be close or Paquetá will be 1 away.
Yeah, if Paquetá could win this, it would be, I mean, it would be pretty much the entire game, but SWS, they're in such a good position, especially if Riccioli finds the first, Matios finds the second as well, and now it's Nithon all alone. Nithon has been really solid, but no chance in this round. Riccioli is just in too difficult of a position to pre-fire, and that is a 9th for SWS.
And look at this play from Paquetá toward long. There's the grenade. That takes him down to 27. There's going to be a Molotov that comes in as well. How much HP does that do? That will do 25. Gets a frag. There's the ticking of the Molotov and gets away. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to be enough because the hold toward B is too strong. We always say it. The B site is the hardest site in Counter-Strike Global Offensive to retake on Dust2. And it will prove to be their kryptonite once again. Now it's just going to go straight in. Looks like they're going to at least take it out with grenades. I think they know that Paquetá's economy is completely screwed. So Fellow will get the first. Spots are jumping. It should be a solid double digits.
Yeah, I think that they're like, hey, they're on pistols. We can just nade stack in case they are gamble stacking B. If we find a kill with the nades, then we know where they are. And no, it's just a completely free bomb site. And they don't even use the bomb site. They just decide to all push mid, find all of those kills. SWS cleaning it up in that 24th round. But now going into the 25th, Paquetá Gaming will finally have a buy again. It's not a super solid buy. A little bit of the utility is missing on players like Nithon and IDK. And IDK doesn't even have head armor. But up against the likes of the AKs, that really doesn't matter. Problem is, if they lose this round, it is going to cripple them economically yet again.
Yeah, if a team's still on 14, you always feel like you have a chance. 15 is a bit rough, but if a team's still 2 away from winning, it can always give you, a little bit of hope. Only 4 rounds behind SWS, so this is still a really good chance for them. They showed that they could come back a little bit on Vertigo earlier before Paquetá finally pulled it through. Maybe a little bit of nerves now could be coming into the equation, with Paquetá getting so close to the finish line and the main event, which obviously has a much bigger prize pool and a chance to really put your name on the map. In this region. They're going to creep their way towards short. That is Che. IDK is here on the defense, ready to be flashed in by a teammate perhaps, but there is a double setup with Nithon's AWP.
Yeah, this is a dangerous setup. If Nithon doesn't even find the opener, that still is a great bait for IDK to find that opener. The smoke is going to keep these players at bay, though. IDK is probably going to... Actually, no, I was going to say he's going to back off, but no, he actually trades places with Che, and Che drops down to find the opener. A little bit of a misplay. If IDK drops down, they could have possibly stopped that from happening, but now that's so much control in mid, as now Ricky Ole is going to swing into the B site and win the site as well, but the bomb is heading out towards long. Nithon misses the first shot, finds the collateral, is still in a good spot for war, but Che is there to save the day. That could have been a complete disaster for the side of, for the side of SWS, but no, they were able to close down. Now it's IDK all alone. If he can find some quick kills towards long, this could go in his favor, but no, Che is going to win that fight as well. An 11th for SWS.
Yeah, and it puts Paquetá on the pistol armor again. I mean, another very, very close round. Che, when he dropped down towards CT, he had that control. That was really the key factor in the end. Nithon with a great attempt on the defense there, but he's always going to get flanked. IDK couldn't finish off the kill. Che gets the headshot from long range, and now we're in a situation again where for Paquetá, where the gap is closing. They're going to be getting concerned. It's if they win a pistol round, it would be an absolute miracle in a situation such as this. But SWS, they're in the ascendancy right now. And yeah, that strategy was, a nice split. They had 3 players. Oh, that's tasty. That deals with David straight away. Poor David is not going to see much after that. And because of that one frag, they're actually going to go into this situation. I'll talk about that previous round in a second, because they're up against these pistols. It is a bit of a stack. It's a tag. Will they expect another one? Paquetá is up close. Yes, they do. So that's going to be the round sealed. It's only Destiny here. Actually, he gets 2. Okay. They have been smart enough to pull the bomb away from the equation, though. Nithon is still here. Will catch. Okay. Oh, never mind. AWP's now been dropped. Can he get the duel from range? No, he can't. Che just about recovers it before Nithon can put out the AWP. It's all now down to Destiny in a 1 versus 2.
Yeah, they know he's on B. That's where he got his 2 kills. So they are just going to knife outrun into the A site. Know that it's completely clear, and this Molly may keep Destiny at A as well. He is actually going to get ahead of that, and he's going to come through the smoke, but Reeks did spot him, so they do know he's there, and Che is just going to go for the peek. He gets the bomb thrown up to him, but he said, I don't want to go for the plant. I want to go for the kill. I'm feeling myself right now. 24 kills for Che, and that is a beautiful way to end that round as well. I got really scared when they started to take the B side there.
Yeah, I mean, the first was just a bait. Getting the grenade kill, it's not the end of the day for David, because, it baits him into those 2 other players. This was the scary one. If Nithon could get that PT50 kill, which he did, and then pick up the AWP and then take the shot with the AWP, that was where it really sort of gave them a chance, I feel like. But in the end, he had to take the duel with the PT50. I think he was peaked a little bit too soon by Che. But yeah, this is a lot of aggression now for Paquetá towards short. Destiny will be able to fall back a little bit and chuck that grenade down. Won't do any damage, though. Like he wanted to stick around for a little bit, then he realised, okay, this is a critical round. I can't afford to give my life up alone.
Yeah, if Paquetá lose this, it's pretty much going to be a tied game before they have rifles again. It'll be 14 across the board. The economy for SWS only growing with every round. I mean, they're going to have a bye pretty much until the game ends or overtime at this point, meaning Paquetá, they need to win now if they want to win this in regulation. That, or they have to win in, I believe, the 28th round? No, the 29th round, I think that would be, as SWS are finding their 14th. That's good damage. David actually takes a dink, but it's through the box, so it only tags him down to 90, and that's a lot of damage for SWS to take.
That could be deceiving as well. You can easily call the dink over to a team and say, okay, the player on B's dinked, guys. We could go towards B later, perhaps. But yeah, through the box is deceiving. Only 90 HP still on David, and he does do more damage in response. So 46 and 37 on Matheus and Reichs. That is a tough situation to find yourself in. And with 35 seconds to go, they're going to start boosting players towards short. It's a bit of a fail, but it's not going to matter because there's no one here. Will they be walking into the Nython AWP once again?
They do have the smokes to force him to reposition at least a little bit. He is going to fall back towards long. Is IDK ready for the jump down? He does find Ricky Oli there. That is the first of 4 that they need. Nython's in a good position to find the cross. The bomb also goes down. It doesn't fall down into spawn at least, but Gafolo is holding the angle, but he doesn't hit the shot. Nython is good for more. There's only 7 seconds left. If they want the bomb down, it needs to go down now, and that kill is going to confirm it. Matheus alone on long, too far away to make anything happen, and a clean round from Paquetá. They finally find a 15th, and with 5 players alive nonetheless.
Yeah, that is so big. That is so big because, you know, if you're going to win a round at this stage of the game, winning it cleanly with 5 players alive is so good. And Heck makes their economy in a really good spot for the next round, even if they are to lose it. So the one thing that I noticed there is that IDK is in CT. So, you know, they know that they do like the drop downs from that short play to take control of CT as the T side. But in the end, happening IDK in that position means that it does counter it. And it was such an important opening pick that funnels the rest of those T players into the AWP of Nython.
Yeah, that was, I mean, Nython is just really a really solid player for the side of Paquetá in general, and has really been, I would say, the glue that's holding the team together, especially on Dust2 here. The important frags that Nython finds are really what bring the team together. And speaking of important frags from Nython, there's the opener in what could be the final round. Paquetá now up 5 players to SWS's 4 in what is their map point, match point, series point, and qualifier point, as now SWS are forced to try and figure out what they can do with only 4 players alive.
Yeah, and look where Destiny was. He was fast on that flank as well, so if they fall back to go to a different position, he'll be there to deny it. They will commit toward long, though. In come the Molotovs to try and deny them. They'll take a lot of damage. There's one for Riccioli. There's 2 for Riccioli. What a great entry from him. In comes the flank from long, though, of Destiny, and now he can make this duel happen. A boost coming in towards CT. David gets the frag with the AUG. Make that 2. Now it's all down to Matheus in a 1 versus 3, but it's not going to happen. And Paquetá should get the defuse in time, and they will make it through to the DreamHack Open September main event. Congratulations